In all of my conversations with so many people around the topic of voter suppression, one name keeps coming up, Michelle Ugenti-Rita. I just had to meet her.
I hope you're gonna like this place. It's so good.
What do you usually have here?
I usually, because I don't have the best pronunciation, I'll do the 14 and the 20.
Ugenti-Rita is a Republican state senator with a long track record of sponsoring bills that she says are designed to protect the integrity of state elections.
It sounds real dry and boring, but it's honestly, I think, hot and sexy because it matters.
We're grabbing lunch at Andreoli Italian Grocer. The grilled calamari and olive oil for her, and whenever there's house-cured prosciutto on the menu, I have to try it.
Oh, look at that.
I'm sure you've had their homemade prosciutto here, but it's really good.
So good.
Wow. That's all really, really nice. The squid, great choice, by the way. Love it.
That's one of my favorites.
Can you tell me about your bill prohibiting the dropping off of mail-in ballots at the polls?
Sure. So in Arizona, you can vote by mail. Your ballot is sent to you in the mailbox.
Yep.
And the deal is that you put it back in the mailbox. What has been happening, though, is many people drop it off at a polling location on Election Day when they should have been mailed back.
I think it's addressing a problem that really doesn't exist. Who cares if they drop off their ballot? At least they're voting and we're getting it heard. And if it's delayed by a day or two, what does it matter? We need to encourage everywhere we can people to vote.
Look, this isn't a system that the mail-in system is a convenience the state offers.
Yep.
If it's not convenient for you, don't sign up.
That bill did not make it through the Arizona State Senate.
You sponsored a bill this year which became law that makes people swear that they have a real emergency that prevents them from voting and threatens a criminal prosecution if they're found to have stretched the truth. What was the point of that bill?
It's a great bill, and I did sponsor it. There was no accountability to make sure the people utilizing the emergency center were truly experiencing an emergency.
Who cares if they come in the next day because they feel that they have an emergency?
Okay, that is a recipe for like chaos and anarchy.
How so?
The laws matter. If you don't like the law, if you don't like it, repeal it.
This is try some it's homemade caponata.
Ah, I love caponata.
The senator maintains that each of her bills are designed to make voting easier, not more restrictive.
I just think it doesn't exist. I don't know anybody who wants to suppress anyone's vote. What undermines the system is playing identity politics, is constantly telling different communities that somehow they're being treated differently and treating them like they need some special consideration because they can't manage on their own. That is what I condemn. I
think a lot of those communities, Latino community, the Native American, Indigenous, First Peoples populations here, have had systemically been prevented access. We do need to help them have not just a seat at the table, but a seat that's the same height and the same distance to the food as everyone else.
No doubt.
Yeah.
And that is why we need to have proper ID laws. That's why we need to have...
Ooh.
Yeah, I had an ID bill. I'm surprised you didn't even bring it up.
Oh, maybe we're getting there. Why wouldn't we do everything that we can to make sure that everyone can vote?
But we do. We do. If you're not voting, you don't want to vote in Arizona. So have I convinced you?
No. I like the eating and arguing. It feels very Italian.
It does. I want to throw something.
How many people have been convicted of voter impersonation in Alabama?
Since I've been the Secretary of State, 0.